update. This bitch is live. It's so fucking live. Hey y'all, welcome all to IGY6 Games, and I'm live on a Wednesday morning. Fucking blah blah blah. Hurry up and get into the fucking thing. I was just uploading second episode of the podcast, Initializing Games podcast. And is this it? Is it? Yeah. And I'll dive into that, but first let's get straight. It just finished uploading. That bitch took 3 hours. Again! 3, 2, 1. Jesus. Hello? Why no sound? It's not muted. That's not me.
Hello everyone and welcome to State of the Game.
Not
with
me.
my camera out of focus. It'll fix itself at some point. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and thank you to everyone in chat who reminded me to unmute my microphone.
Yes, it could?
Yes.
Fuck!
Also,
Nice.
I do have
Oh,
some
you are
contention
getting
with
it good.
Sparrow. My earphones are not dirty. They're just very old. I have recently cleaned them, taken them all apart and everything. I do not like a dirty earphone. Anyway, let's bring in Trick and Mackenzie who are
love
here
the kids.
with me. How's it going?
I thought Trick was...
Hello.
You good? Everything been okay for both of you this week?
Yeah, absolutely. It's been an interesting week.
Yes. We have been obviously running the PTS.
Oh, fuck, Duck. I
and
didn't
we've
push
got
that
some
shit.
things to talk about today. I do just want to note that there was a maintenance yesterday, and routine as normal. There is a note here saying that season level skips are now available for purchase, as they have been for previous seasons in the past. Johan, what can you tell us about the current status of the PTS?
Yes, so the wave 1 of the PTS ended today, actually. And we've seen quite a lot of participation, a lot of feedback, a lot of bug reports, and we're super happy to see that. Definitely identified a number of action points, which we will be talking about today. Mackenzie, amongst other things, will be mentioning a lot of balancing changes that have been made over the past couple of weeks. And yeah, so there's one topic in particular I want to cover really quick, which is the optimization station cost. We've seen quite a lot of feedback on this, namely that a lot of people feel like the cost currently is a bit too high to optimize your gear. But we also noticed that there is a little bit of confusion when it comes to what are the sources of this and how do you obtain these materials in game. And the reason this is because some of those sources are not available on the PTS, and also that the descriptions in game did not accurately reflect all these sources. So to give you the full context, let's see here. You can get them from the primary source, of course, but then you can also get them from the summit caches that are rewarded by completing the summit challenges that we added before. These will always contain a small number of SHD calibration and field recon data. The optimizations caches from the season events and reward tracks will also contain a moderate amount of calibration and field research data materials. And on top of that, all the materials may also be crafted from blueprints found in certain projects, as well as high threat control points. So there are a number of sources that you can get these materials from. We will, of course, continue to monitor discussions, but we believe currently that the balancing is in a good place. If you consider all these extra sources that are not represented on the PTS currently. But we will definitely see what you have to say on that topic in Wave 2 in particular. So make sure to jump in. Wave 2 for TU12 PTS will start on November 27th, and it will run until December 2nd.
October
so,
what did he say?
It should be about 1.5 weeks from now. On Friday next week, you will be able to test the new balancing changes that Mackenzie will be presenting today, and also some other cool things that we have been working on.
Yeah, I do want to point out as well, like you mentioned that we're going to continue to monitor things and make changes.
Yes.
There is nothing like the amount of data that we can get from the live player base as well, not just the PTS. The PTS is great because we get a lot of data and feedback, but it's a lot smaller than what we get, obviously, when we have the whole player base stuck in. So thank you to everyone who's given feedback. And please continue to give feedback.
I know they don't control how console gamers
absolutely.
can
We love good constructive feedback. I see some questions about Phase 2. Will all the sources actually be available in Phase 2? And the answer to that is no, because, for example, Season 4 is not actually active in the PTS, right? So you can't get, for example, seasonal rewards. Okay. But you should just know that... No, go ahead.
Go on, get.
Oh, yeah,
go
sorry.
on, get.
So on the second wave of the PTS from the vendor and the Boo, you'll be able to get the balancing caches, and those will now include the crafting blueprints, so that at least for the second phase, you can test out the crafting route as well. Because it was, too big of a burden to expect people to farm those blueprints for that, just to test in a PTS.
Fuck yeah, I ain't farming for a fucking blueprint.
I do want to get to the meat of the show. Meat. But to get
all
to
the cool stuff.
Operation Nightmare.
We have some things to show, and Mackenzie, I want to
give
you
over a month since they said that fucking.
Can we start with the bighorn?
The bighorn. The extended mag.
So. In the first wave of the PTS, we buffed the bighorn by increasing the magazine size from 30 to 40. But that still really didn't bring it up to the level that we were looking to get
45.
And so we have a new bighorn buff that would be in addition to the magazine size.
Okay, let me bring that up here.
Shit. What's the mag size?
Yes. 40? So you see here, it's still got the 40 mag, but then the big game hunter talent here, you'll see that you still build up the stacks the same way. So you get 2% headshot damage from each of the stacks. You build up to 50. But the big change here is that once you're at full stacks, rather than immediately losing them, instead you will have the opportunity to maintain this kind of wave. And so 10 stacks decay every 4 seconds until all of them have been removed, but headshots delay the decaying of stacks. And so we've got a video that will kind of help you see what this is like. So you see I'm at 50 stacks here, and you see the red meter on the bottom on the side of the stack counter there. And so you see each headshot I'm getting resets that red decay.
Oh, and you see it in the scope too.
And once that gets to the bottom, that's when you lose the
I never used the big one.
All right, nice.
That's a fast 4 seconds. I don't believe you.
Yeah.
That felt like 3.
I see multiple people actually asking if it worked with focus.
It should.
It does not. The scope's different.
Okay.
But this should really help.
What's that, a 4-time scope?
With the stacks. So really, once you get that really powerful states, that you'll be able to keep it going.
Fantastic.
All right, bighorn, another buff.
Think about it in the
next.
The next one I have on my list is the PDR.
Oh, I love the fucking test subject.
Yes.
Love it.
So the base PDR weapon, damage-wise, it just didn't compete with the other assault rifles. And so we've adjusted its base damage to be more in line with what you'd expect for its RPM and recoil profile and magazine size and everything. And so you'll see here, this is an all yellow build, but we have a side-by-side comparison with the SIG 556, and you'll see here that it's competitive with that assault rifle, which is what you'd expect. And this change affects the named version of it, the test subject, and it also affects the capacitor as well.
Oh, okay. I wasn't liking the capacitor as much.
Is next on my list.
All right.
Anyway,
mini buff.
Checking quickly on
mini
chat.
buff to the capacitor. That's sweet.
I don't have any dedicated PvP news, but I know that we are going to be talking about some of the adjustments to the Scorpio in regards to PvP. So
y'all better. Y'all better do it now.
Let's head into the
don't release it
because there's been some buffs there as well.
Ooh, Scorpio getting a buff in PvE too? Oh, here's the path.
Yes.
What do we got?
And so you see that the damage buff that happens to the PDR also applies here. But also the magazine size has been bumped.
Oh my god, so now you get 7.5% weapon damage.
11 rounds.
Oh,
magazine.
They did buff it.
One thing I want to note is the crit hit damage increase. It still exists for it, and it's been moved to the muzzle. So it's still the plus 30 crits hit damage, which I saw people really liked. So don't worry, that's still around. This is on top of that, and on top of the damage buff. And we've also adjusted its talent capacitance. So now you build stacks up to 40, and each of those stacks gives 1.5 skill damage. And the decay still works the same way as it did before, but that means that you'll be able to get up to a max of 60% skill damage. So that's, this is really making it more competitive with the test subjects, with the perfectly in sync there. And we've also bumped up the amount of weapon damage you get per skill tier to 7.5%.
This bitch might be fucking 5%. Great so for offensive
good buffs all around with the capacitor.
Oh yeah, because the percentage contribution before was 1%, right?
Yes, 1% of 50 stacks, and then it was 5% for the. So it's we bumped up all of those.
Jumped them up 50%.
Very cool. Erin82 saying, just give us better recoil.
Shut up.
People are also commenting on
PDR ain't that hard to handle. Shut the
pretty
fuck
chunky.
up. And that's a PC player fucking...
Just gonna go back if people didn't have a chance.
Man, you fucking spoiled ass bitches. I'm joking. I didn't mean to say bitches.
That's one hell of a scope.
Yeah.
Man, a PC player asking for more stability.
Let's
That's
head over and
hilarious.
take a look, because I know some people were asking. There's been a lot of comments about the Scorpio, particularly in PvP. So I want to head over and take a look at that, because I know some people will be very interested. Actually, firstly,
yes.
What was your deduction after watching the PTS?
Way 2 open on November 27th.
In regards to this weapon.
The fuck is what's today?
Yes. So like the biggest thing is that there's a lot of excitement around the Scorpio, which is awesome. And like I see people super excited to make these new run and gun builds in PvE with it, and so we really want to keep that. I think there was a little bit of things that were worrisome, in particular, like on Legendary against Rogue Agents. Like it just kind of almost trivialized the content. And so we still want this to be a really fun, exciting, competitive gun, but if it's on the hardest difficulty against the hardest enemies, it shouldn't just make the game, a gimme.
Damn it.
And so,
some more recordings.
Yes, that's where this balancing tweak comes in. It's, again, I want to really emphasize, we still want this to be a really fun, competitive gun. It's just trying to add some skill to it.
Well, as long as they get it right, I'll be happy.
Let's take
I need to grind on Destiny 2 anyway.
Right, what are we seeing here?
And so
I like using this bitch in PvE. I can't imagine what it's doing in PvP.
That's the same. Septic shock builds up the exact same way. The change here comes that the duration of the status effects is based off the percentage of pellets hit on the applying shots. And so, you know what that means is if you're more accurate and you're able to get more pellets on the enemy, the
sounds like May
duration of the status effect
some weapon handling on that build.
Yeah, I saw Nesto was talking in chat about being able to apply a buff from 70 meters away. That seems a little bit out of character for a shotgun.
Yeah.
This would
just gotta tag them.
Landing every pellet from 70 meters away doesn't seem like something that's probably that reasonable. So this is interesting.
Yeah, so it's still like if you get one pellet on them, it's still going to apply poison on the first shot. It's just going to be a shorter poison than if you got all 8 pellets on them.
Sweet.
Okay. Cool.
So it's you still get the bonus. It's just like it's better if you get more pellets, and so it rewards the accuracy and actually getting close to people.
That's a sweet ass looking shotty, man.
Okay, great. And let's move over to the PvP side now.
Bleed, disrupt,
what are the changes
there?
On the PvP side?
That ensnare.
Yes, and so we
20%.
saw the concerns here about this for PvP. In particular, one thing that I saw that was really fair is that like if you're trying to run away from someone who has this gun, they'd get the first shot on you and it'd apply bleed, and then all of a sudden you couldn't sprint and you're kind of dead. And so that's where we've bumped up all the stacks
247,
one by one. So it's 2 stacks to get bleed,
8,
4 to get disrupt,
ooh,
7 to get
you gotta
ensnare,
hit
and then
all
8 to
shots
get the
and
damage
load
buff.
that extra.
And then it also has the
not
same
slug, but
tweak as
chilling.
the PvE version, which is the duration of the status effects is based off the percentage of the pellets hit.
Oh shit.
Okay, fantastic. As always, like we mentioned before, giving feedback on all of this, not just on the PTS, but as we get into the next phase, and then once it goes live, please continue to give your feedback because we need it. It's cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
It
seeing.
was all the feedback.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing how those changes affect
Good changes.
people who are using this gun, for sure.
I still think it's gonna be crazy.
Let's take a look now at the loadout stuff, because if you haven't been here in previous weeks, you may have missed the memo.
16 loadouts.
Let's take a look at this. Mackenzie, what am I looking at?
You have 16 loadouts now.
Yeah.
Yes. Which I know with like all the it goes really well with the inventory size increase and with all the new brands and gear sets and everything that we've been adding over
brand
the past couple of days.
sucks.
I think people have been really wanting this.
Yeah, definitely. It's been one of those things that a lot of people have been talking about, especially like we talked about the inventory size increase last week, and seeing now that there's.
I guess not if you want that additional
to
10% health really cool. On your like shields.
Of course,
for people who
that
rock
applies
shields
over here as well.
PvP.
On the apparel side.
Oh my God! You can
save you actually need
apparel.
16 loadouts. Some people do. Some people have a lot of variation in their loadouts.
You can save apparel to loadout.
I also see people saying like 16 is not enough.
I never knew this shit.
I mean, sure.
Is this new?
Some people probably want like 1,000. But there you go.
This can't.
Oh, it's really awesome. I think it definitely allows for having a greater variety of builds as well as looks, for your agent readily available. So hopefully something that you'll enjoy.
Yeah. No, that's
There's no fucking way.
I do
that
have
has
the image here that we didn't show. But Mackenzie, can we go back to talk a little bit about the optimization station?
Yes. Yeah, so this is kind of going back to what Johan was describing.
Yes, they raised the cap.
The different sources from them. And so you see here in the material
shade calibration
menu,
and that field recon data
that we've updated the description to highlight, all of the different spots that you can get the optimization materials from.
It shows you how much I give a shit about apparel.
It's really about going through all these different sources. We don't expect players to only get these from projects. We're also expecting that loop of crafting and getting them from the season rewards and getting them from the summit caches and all that together.
Okay. Do let me know if there's anything that pops up in chat that you want to talk about.
Yes, I do have a couple other
Operation Nightmare
changes that we're making for PTS Phase 2.
Cool.
So we have
today's the 18th
for the Achilles Pulse. Its cooldown was not scaling properly with mods.
Oh.
I've also we're adjusting the shrapnel trap in PvP to be more in line with other explosive skills.
Yeah, I saw someone asking about that a little bit earlier. What does that change look like?
It's just getting it closer damage-wise to the other explosive skills.
I want to try the Achilles
right now
pulse.
It's kind of an outlier. It's
I want to try it in with the squad.
So it should be, more fair. And then we're also making, we fixed the Empress International. It's named, the 2 named items for it had the incorrect cores. So those are now skill tiers as well.
Oh, I was gonna bitch about that in that video.
We're also adjusting some of the summit challenges based off feedback to make them more even as far as how much time it takes each of those.
I put out that video yesterday bitching about 50 times.
If there is anything you get reminded of that
running
you want to bring up,
summit,
I don't
who
know.
the fuck
That's
is
all I
gonna
have in
do
my
that?
notes.
Yeah.
So it might make Johan
I think it's
definitely.
Nah. Like, I think it's definitely worth mentioning here that while wave 1 of the PTS ended today, there will be a wave 2. There will be additional changes before the release of Q12. So make sure that you, if you can, jump on the PTS next Friday. Give us your thoughts and feedback on the official forums. Let us know what you like. If you find any bugs, to report them. And let's just make 2.12 the best update it can be.
Yeah.
And I think we've already seen a lot of good feedback, and I really hope that the changes that have been made so far is something that all of you can get on board with, and that you are excited for all the new gear and stuff that's coming in 2.12.
Okay. The
you can't
so
play
let's
it on
just go through the
PS5
timeline a little bit. So the first wave ends.
Or are you talking about
when,
upgraded
and
though?
Wave 2 opens.
I can ask a friend who
27th.
already has
Can
the
you just
PS5
give us a bit
there.
of a roadmap of what people can expect over the coming weeks, Johan?
Junebug.
Yes, so Wave 1 ended today, a bit earlier, a couple of hours ago.
Thanks for the heads
Wave
up.
2 will launch next Friday. The preload for that will become available the day before on Thursday next week. Then that will run up until December 2nd, which is the Wednesday 2 weeks from now. And assuming nothing too drastic would happen,
1 week later,
obviously the release would be somewhere in early December as well.
Date, motherfucker?
We don't have a solid
might
date just yet.
No, we might. There's always a possibility we might move it slightly, but early
Slightly
December
back.
Okay.
is when you can expect all this good stuff.
I'll be in Vegas.
I mean, it's important that
December
we get all of these
6th to the
changes in before
11th.
it comes out. So we'll keep you updated on the date. Twitter is a great place.
Gracias,
every
G.
time. But twitter.com/thedivisionGame. Like news as it
Oh
happens.
yeah, it does not look like it's good. Gracias.
Yes, I think you got it.
I just realized I haven't checked in like
Good idea.
so I don't even know.
I think it's also worth mentioning that we do have an official Discord where you also can keep up to date with all the news for the game, and you can also find players to play with, etc. on there. And if you need tips from experienced players, if you're new as well, that's a really good resource.
There to get some more
if you didn't know about it, jump
players
on there and hang out with some fellow Division agents.
How can they find a link to that? Do we have a link? There you go. Seven's already done it. On it.
Way out of you.
.gg/thedivision game. Yeah. Well,
Yes.
Also shout out to our mods who do an awesome
No
job
word yet.
making sure that everyone gets the information.
Absolutely.
You're awesome.
Our mods are awesome.
Okay, Mackenzie, was there anything else you wanted to address from chat? I do have some agent highlights
my
to check
God.
out, and we also need to talk about where we're at with the season before we finish off the stream. I'll give it to you, Johan. What can you tell us about where we're at with season 3 currently?
Yeah, so we're definitely approaching the end phase of Season 3. Yesterday, the last man on target became available, which if you take down...
Schaefer.
In addition to the 3 previous ones, you will unlock the prime target, Schaefer. And if you take down Schaefer, you will earn the unique skill variant Shrapnel Trap, which is quite cool, really.
And the Hunter Mask.
And as always, when a new man on target become available, you have a double XP event that runs for the first 15 levels in the next week. So make sure you jump onto the game and take advantage of that.
That dude look old as shit to be
Beyond
35.
that, for the remainder of the season, you have next week on Tuesday, the Belfry League will start. And as always, you can participate in the league to earn rewards and unique cosmetics, etc. And finally, on December 1st, a bit further into the future, you will see the return of the Guardian Global Event. Which, I'm not sure, was that the one that was
Gracias, Dick.
There was
Muchas
one that wasn't.
gracias, muchas.
But that global event is definitely making a return that week. So if you like that, that's going to be the last global event that actually doesn't have the global event shop, by the way. Any global event after that is going to have the global event shop that's being introduced with TU12.
Cool. Yeah, we talked
I
about
think
that.
we look forward to it as well.
I need to get some Carmex on my lips.
Hear the news about the global event shop. Trick talked about that. Was it last week?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so you can go back into either our previous streams on YouTube or on, if you're watching this on Twitch, you can find them in our past broadcast as well if you want to go and check out what's happening with the global event shop, because I think that's pretty
Global
cool.
event shop. Oh,
It's
right.
definitely cool.
Invest in what you want.
Let's take a look at
It's already
this week's
over.
agent
That was
highlights.
fast as fuck. What
we do
time is it?
A very
10:24.
art-focused set of ones to show off. We have this one taken from Reddit
Nice.
from Aaron Nord. I love the crossover.
All right,
don't
while
think
they
I get in
geek out.
trouble, with CD Projekt for showing this. At least I hope not.
Let me get out. I didn't even fucking record it. I didn't have time. I mean, literally, at 9:58 was when the upload for the podcast just finished. So speaking of which, while we're talking about the podcast, Initializing Games podcast, episode 2, about to go out here in about 20 minutes. Just got to do the YouTube end. That bitch took a long time to fucking upload. When I can get that increase in internet speed, when I can get upload speed 10 or plus, I'll get these videos out a lot quicker. Anyway, that was that. Very boring. Alright, recap. Let's go. They added 4, they had to remind us, they added 4 new slots for loadouts. I learned that you could save your loadout with your costume, whatever the fuck you want to call it, outfit. Did not know that. They buffed the bighorn. I don't know how to explain it. I never use it, but they gave it a longer cooldown, and they buffed the stacks from 40 to 50, I think. 10 MBS. What kind of internet you got? Comcast, Xfinity, something like that. I got the 75 down, 6 up. And when they say 6, not really. Like when I ping test it, whatever, it sits like at 5.4. And I remember when I first started this, they're like recommended you have to at least, at the very minimal, have 4 on the up speed or 5. I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll deal with it now. But the shit, it's not the best. Damn, that sucks. Yeah, we actually, AT&T, they have fiber. I told you this before. They have the fiber all around the neighborhood, but not our apartment complex that's within the neighborhood. So, like the next upgrade for Comcast, I'm paying $76 a month. I think it goes up to 105, something like that for the next speed upgrade. 145 down, 20 up. Thanks for liking, TJ. You have Spectrum? Is that a provider? Let me write them down. Spectrum. I'll give them a Google. I wonder if they're down here. Okay, back to the recap. So, Bighorn buff. They buffed the PDR assault rifle altogether. Just in general, they buffed it on weapon damage. So, the PDR now is a better base weapon. Yeah, they used to be Charter. Oh, I remember Charter. Okay. Test subject means test subject got buffs, which was my favorite weapon in the whole PTS. And then, but it also means capacitor, the exotic assault rifle, got a buff. So when this comes, the PTS comes out next Friday? I believe so. They said what, the 27th? Yep, next Friday. I'll try the capacitor back out, but I didn't really like it. Typically, you are in Comcast service. Spectrum service choice. Yeah, I think I'm just limited to AT&T and Comcast. But what else did they do? They changed the Scorpio for PvP, but you have AT&T choice. Yeah, used to have them. But you know how they always up it when you renew? It's like, fuck it, just switch to Comcast, get a cheap deal. You know, I have a neighbor. He has a little system down. He'll go to AT&T. He'll pay that really good first year deal. And then he calls them up when it's time to renew. And he tries to, like, haggle. He tries to haggle them, saying, all right, well, I'll just go to Comcast and kind of like a little passive threat to leaving, and it used to work. They'd be like, "Oh no, sir, no, we can get you this deal." Like all of a sudden they could find a deal right out of the sky, and so he could keep it really low. But I was AT&T for like a decade, but yeah, they just kept raising the shit up, and went to Comcast. Unfortunately, that next upgrade is over $100 a month, and I just can't afford that. But Scorpio got changed in PvP. They've added one additional stack to get that bleed, and then the disrupt, and then the ensnare, splooge. And then you gotta land all 8 shots. And mind you, when you're with the Scorpio, you got 7 shells in. So you have to do that additional reload to get the 8. And that's where you get that 20% buff on damage. That's how you do it. What? Oh, that's how you do it? What the fuck did I miss? But yeah, AT&T, LOL, that's how you do it. In 2003, Spectrum, formerly known as Time Warner, was $23 a month for cable and internet. Jesus, fuck a duck. I wonder if, like, is that inflation, or are they just getting greedy and greedy? Well, nobody's getting cable now, really. I know I cut cords or cable, whatever the fuck they call it. I cut that bitch maybe 5 years ago, and just fine on entertainment. I mean, I don't get my ESPN, but other than that, I can deal without anything. Just internet. Just internet. Threatening to leave? Yeah. He fucking had it down. He had it down. He would have his monthly, well, whatever he would get cable and internet and just threaten every year to leave. And they used to bite. It doesn't work anymore for him. I don't know if words got around on him. Like they flagged his fucking account. Yo, watch this dude at the end of the year. So I think he ended up back with AT&T. But either way, if I go to AT&T or Comcast, you know, you get that one that's like the 75 down, 5, 4 up, or even, no, 6. And that next upgrade, though, is such a big jump in payment. However, understand that high speed was 16. Okay. Yeah, wow. That was a long time ago, though. 2003. Damn, I'm getting old. 17 years ago? Sophomore in high school? Jesus, I'm fucking old. God damn, that hit me. But still no mention of Operation Nightmare. No fucking clue what this is. I don't think they do. I think they teased it, and it's like, maybe they didn't get a, I don't know what the fuck. Maybe they didn't like their feedback, like, Kinley College. Maybe they're going to surprise us with the new mode. Oh, my ass. I knew I'd get a couple of y'all on that one. Yeah, still no clue with Operation Nightmares. I don't understand why the people watching theirs is not asking about it. But yeah, to that guy earlier, if you're still here, we got a friend who has the PS5 and is currently playing TD2 on it, or he's played it, and he talks about all the new, like, high speed shit about it. So yeah, if you get PS5 and play TD2, you'll experience a better experience. So anything going on today? Well, I threw it out there on Discord if anybody wanted like that afternoon run, and Punisher fucking replied with like, I could be there, what, 4:45 Eastern? It's pretty late in the afternoon, but Yeah, nobody else did. I had one guy private message, like his name WV or something. He's, I believe, in England. And he was like, well, how many do we have? I was like, well, nobody answered, so no interest. So Anthony, I got Manhunt done? Question mark? Oh, next the question mark. I'm in. I'll throw it out there. Yeah, let me first I'm gonna get the upload on the podcast. Get that up as soon as I get off of here, and then I'm gonna run to the auto store. Got a headlight out, so I need to go buy a headlight. And I do have the new TV coming in today, the TCL 50-inch 4K to be ready for the PlayStation 5. And it's going to be a while because I have to take the current TV I'm on right here. Got to take it off its mount, the universal mount, and then apply the legs from the new TV onto it because it's a TCL as well. And I don't know. I wish I could. Man, I really wish I could show y'all the. But if you can imagine, I got TV, the Elgato, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, a Switch in the back over there. I don't know if y'all know what a Switch is. I don't think I'm saying it right, but there's a Switch. So I can choose to stream between Xbox and PlayStation, which I played for like 1 week and stopped playing Xbox. There's so much cables back there. It's gonna be a shit show. Ethernet, all the Ethernet cables. And not to mention, I got a lot of furniture moving to get to it. Thanks for liking, Louis. I saw that follow on IG. I followed you back this morning. Sorry for the late response. So with PS5, can I use my TD to this? Oh, thanks for sharing that, Louis. Can you use? Fuck if I know. That's a Joe question right there. Congratulations on new TV. Oh, no, that was not. That wasn't a buy of just like, oh, I'm tired of this TV. It's being ready for PlayStation 5. If you don't have 4K, if you don't have the quality of a 4K, you're not going to get the benefit of the PlayStation 5. Podcast needs to have older gamers like me and Minion. We talking about the first guest was Mayhem. He's in his 30s or somewhat. I don't know how old Mayhem is. I'm going to bring it. Whoever wants to be on it and yes, is a gamer. Eventually, you're going to be on it. If you're comfortable and be in front of a camera and have something to record your voice in. And, of course, download Zoom. So, if you want to knock that step out the way, make sure you have Zoom ready. Dude, I'm 54. Yeah, I know how old you are, TJ. You've told me before. Where was I, though? Oh, yeah, to the TV, it's going to take probably, hour and a half, because then I gotta take this one to the studio or to the other room, and that's a big ass fucking dresser. But that should be simple because there's nothing special. It's just putting the TV in there, setting it back up. But I hope we can get a raid in this evening for Iron Horse. We'll see. But if not, oh fucking they closed PTS already. Fuck, I wanted to go in there and roll. I just got the capacitor and not just given to you from the vendor. I got it through the summit and it had one attribute that I wanted to try out. See how many times I had to need to roll it on that exotic. Just to optimize and see. I was going to write down the total cost it would have cost. But as you could hear in the stream there, that people were bitching how expensive it is. It's expensive. It's not the fact that it's so expensive. It's the fact that if you saw in the shade calibration, I think that's the word. I don't think it is. Shade something. That currency and the field recon data. One of them was capped at 250, and like the first roll you would roll would be low, like in some cases below 20, 17 or something. That second roll, that bitch hops up over 100, and then so you can like optimize one thing really at a time if you have multiple rolls to do, and then you'd have to grind all that shit back up, and it takes a while, like they were bitching about. Yes, I casted before. Oh, you casted before. Thanks for liking, Brandon. They also said that the sounds for some, the sources for some currencies weren't in the game yet. Yeah, they mentioned this Summit Cache, which I just got to, and I didn't fucking open it. I was going to today to see how much you got out of that. And then, yeah, they're talking about bringing it to more shit, which is good because at the moment, like I had in the video, the only way of fucking getting it was through projects was the only word. And when you looked at the projects, you would get 24 max per week. And your first roll is about... Oh, the first roll was 23. I remember, but yeah. Yeah, so they need to definitely throw in a lot more ways to get that particular resource. I can't remember which one it was. I don't give a fuck. But they're taking their time. That's cool. They still haven't mentioned Operation Nightmare. Maybe that's why they're really delaying it. Yeah, I used to vape. Had a show website. I used to vape. Had a show website. Sit based. Show website sit based. You lost me there, TJ. Had a show website sit based. Sitcom based? What the hell is sit based? I'll wait for it. Yeah, I don't. That's way over my head. I'm probably fucking that up. Yeah, so today, if there's going to be a raid, obviously, I'd prefer it to be the 7 o'clock one. But if we can get this afternoon one going, I'll definitely be down to run, hell, DH this afternoon. Or even if the people across the pond want to play IH. There's no guarantee we'll have the numbers tonight. It was based on a private server. I got you. Not really. What's a private, like, you just cast to just yourselves? Man, don't do tech mumbo jumbo with me, man. God damn. Yeah, PTS closed, so that grind went away. Comes back next Friday. But Destiny 2, I will be grinding. You won't have me. I know, Manderson. I know with that. I can't start that late, man. It's so late for the East Coast. Well, fuck, you're over there in the Eastern time zone, aren't you? Starting at 9 for a stream is just way too late. I tried that before. I wasn't getting many views at all. It's like people were already on their people. It was too hard to maintain that schedule, by the way. Because I like to wake up early and get shit done, like get the videos released in the mornings. It was open for others to see, but you had to sign up. Ah, okay. Okay. About vaping? Now you seem a little old to vape there, TJ. Is that your like safe way of smoking? Are you a smoker? And then you thought, this is a better route? Is vaping bad for you? It's real shit, right? Without a filter too. I bet you it's worse. All right, yeah. So let me get this fucking podcast episode out. You're good. I don't have to raid. Hey, what you have to do is get ready for the raiding in Destiny 2. I'm sitting at 11:51. I hope you hit it up last night, because I snuck in a couple of times, did a couple of public events. Dude, you used to smoke. Dude, you used to smoke for 30 years? You used to? I smoked for like 4 years. You still at 11:38? Or no, that seems like you had a little increase. Yeah, because you weren't beating me. Oh, yeah, you did get in some in. Okay. All right, I'm what? 14 above you? No, 13. No, it's 98% safer than cigarettes. Oh, shit. And you smoked 30 years? You don't have a smoker's laugh. Those are funny, though. You could tell a smoker so fast. That raspy ass fucking laugh. That was terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get up this podcast episode number 2 out and do a couple errands, and then we'll try to get this afternoon. I'll post for the schedule, see if we can get a raid here this afternoon, Minion. I know many that vaped, that dipped too. I used to smoke and dip at the same time. Smoking was just too expensive, and I hated the fucking smell on my fingers. It's just, I don't mind it on the clothes really. I used to have an old school smoking jacket like Hugh Hefner. I'm fucking with you. But I hated the smell. Like, it smells good being smoked, especially when you've had that first beer or something. It smells great, but it's the stench on your fucking fingers. I've been cigarette free for 8 years. I'm still on that fucking, it's so hard to quit dip. I don't know why. I feel when I'm dipping, it's like, all right, I'm in my last can. I'm ready to quit. And then you get even to the last fucking dip. Even that last one, like, while it's in your mouth. I could quit after this. As soon as you throw that fucking dip out, you're thinking, I need to get back to the store. Oh, man. Fuck. Yeah, it smells gross. Yeah. The after smells terrible. It's all hard. Yeah, it is. I really gotta stop though. With all this grinding I've been doing, I've been dipping more again, and that's where I get the stomach issues after a while, because I'll just grind with no eating and just dip, and sometimes I swallow, so that shit's in my stomach with no food, so the acid is eating the fucking stomach lining. But go look on Google what can happen. Oh, fuck. Dude, they showed that shit in fucking, like, basic training, man. Oh, dude. Yeah, I still got that image in my head with the mouth. It's terrible. Oh, fucking Grumpy Joe. He has a friend who got that shit. Oh, it's so bad. Yeah, the friend, Joe, every time if you bring up dip around him, he'll bring up that story about his friend, and then immediately I think of that poster back wherever they warned us. But it's terrible. I don't know, man. It's like the oral fixation, though. Just something. I don't know. I don't know what's about it. I don't think it's the tobacco. I would hope it's not the. I do have an addictive personality. But I understand the struggle. Man, it's a struggle, man. Because I should be saving all money I can. But buying, like, say for this week, or like say this one full week, I probably bought 4 cans in 7 days. Maybe 3. No, it's the nicotine. God, man. I know it's addictive, but it's not my head. I guess it is. Yeah, maybe I'm just go get that nicotine. I need that. Do those patches work? Oh, the gum. That shit's probably expensive though. I can quit cold turkey. I have to. I actually had a tooth chip inside on the inside. A tiny little flake of the tooth like chipped away. Just a flake. I was like, oh shit. That was a very scary that was like a year ago. And then I quit ish, but I was still smoking. The way I justify saving myself from that shit, yeah, it's spendy. I would like keep my tongue against the back of my teeth so the juice isn't rolling down on my teeth. But then it's just back on my molars. So I'm doing the same shit to the teeth. Yeah, that was scary. I didn't envision that fucking picture though. That, oh God. Your life's practically over, man, if you get that shit. Yeah, if you're curious, Google a mouth from dipping or tobacco. Ooh, weed, those are, man, that's some fucked up shit. You're still young, dude. Yeah, that's why it was fucking scary when a little flick of my fucking enamel or whatever came off. Oof, it was scary. It's like, fuck, man, I'm gonna be one of them people. What do you mean, them people? Alright. That was cool chat, y'all. Fuck, got me into talking. Man, this is like therapy. That was like a little therapy session. I could really use it too for this shit. Do we need to have intervention? Can you have an intervention for tobacco products? Oh, hold up. I think I just lied. Oh. What? Oh, right. I went back to Skull Snus. Fuck. I didn't realize this was tobacco. I thought this was tobacco free. I was trying that tobacco free shit. Ugh. It's like white powder in that shit. It's like, what the fuck is it? Yeah. All right, let me get the podcast out. And I'll see y'all this afternoon in the PlayStation. I'll be throwing up the raid schedules. What the fuck I have this on? I'll throw up the raid schedules as soon as I get the video out. So I'll see y'all this afternoon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all the support for the streaming of State of the Game. I'm gonna say it one more time. Where the fuck is Operation Nightmare? Brother, just know many care. We will be there. Oh, TJ, don't make me blush. Yeah, man, y'all have a good one. I'll see y'all this afternoon. Couple hours, goddammit. Let me run to the fucking auto store and let me get this goddamn podcast out. You didn't have to, damn it, Dick, you didn't have to do that. But thank you. Gracias, muchas. Thanks for all the support. And as always, I say peace.